Hello everyone, I'm MaxRyan. This is another gameplay on the map. I'm playing some hardpoint domination, and this gameplay is pretty good, I'd say. I think no one on the other team went positive. They got raped pretty bad this game, and I was a huge part of the rape that went down. So hopefully you will enjoy this gameplay more than my other one, and it's a bit longer, so it gives me more time to do a full commentary, which I said in my last video I was going to talk about if I think Titanfall is going to outsell or just be a better game in general than Call of Duty, because as everyone knows, Call of Duty is a big game on console, like everyone has it and it's sold most copies and all that shit. So first thing I'm going to talk about is the good parts of Titanfall and if just good parts of Titanfall from what I can gather from the beta, because obviously I haven't played the full game, I haven't played all the maps, haven't used all the guns, so I have no clue if the game is going to be as good or as bad as the beta. So first part of the beta is the maps. The maps are pretty damn good, I'd say. I like both these maps. You may think playing 9 hours of this beta in the space of 3 days would get a bit repetitive and a bit boring, but somehow I still find myself playing it, whether or not that's because I'm good at it or not. Regardless, I would not be able to play this game if the maps were shit, because I'll just get so bored. So the maps I think are pretty good based on the beta. The two maps, they're big, they're really well spread out, because you'd think huge maps like this there would be no close quarter combat, there'd be no point in being a pilot, you just want to be a Titan all day, and that's not the case. They actually got the map balance perfect this game, because in hardpoint domination you can only capture one hardpoint in a Titan, and the other two you have to get out and capture yourself. So I think that's a really cool feature. Hopefully they do that for all the maps, because otherwise some maps just be so Titan heavy, and having the extra man advantage would be such a huge thing, because you'd have an extra Titan, and that means you'd get the hardpoint a lot easier than the others who are maybe like 3 Titans versus 4 Titans is always going to be you're never going to win that fight. And if someone's got a spare Titan and you haven't got a Titan, it's pretty much game over. Like, it's so much harder. It's so much better being a Titan than a pilot. But the maps are good, and they are quite close quarters and quite action packed. Like, they're really, I don't know if these grunts and these ARs are going to be in the actual game or if they're just in the beta. Hopefully not, because they're actually a bad part, but I'll talk about that in a second. But I don't know, it just feels like the maps are really close quarters, even though they're massive maps and they're really action packed. I don't know, the maps are pretty good, so they get a plus and to be a positive in my opinion. The third thing is that the game modes aren't too different from what we used to. Like hardpoint domination is pretty much domination from Call of Duty. Attrition is basically team deathmatch from Call of Duty, which we've had for fucking years. And last Titan standing is basically search and destroy with a bit of a twist. So the twist being like you spawn in a Titan and not your pilot itself, and you still can kill people, but as soon as all the Titans are gone, that's it, you are out for the count if you die, that you can't get another Titan in that game mode until the round's over. So that's really cool. So I think that makes the beta a bit more fluent, because their game modes we're not spending the entire beta trying to get used to. We're just trying to get used to the maps and the guns, as opposed to the maps, the guns, the game mode and all that good shit. So the game modes are pretty cool. I'm sure they'll have some different game modes, and I'm sure there wants to be 3 game modes in the actual game, and there'll be some that are different to Call of Duty, some we've never ever thought of before. Hopefully that's the case, because I want this game to last for quite a while. The burn cards are pretty awesome. If you played the beta, you'll know what I'm talking about. They're like these little, like perks sort of, that you get for 1 life, and they're really effective. Like, you can get a stronger gun, you can run quicker, you can get cooldown time on your Titan, so that's really awesome. That's such a cool feature. I hope they abuse that a little bit in the actual game, like just spam you with burn cards. That'd be pretty cool, so you never run out of burn cards, and you always have like that tactical little advantage if you play your burn cards right. And there's also lots of challenges in this beta. I think there's like 500 challenges just for a beta, so that you'll never complete that in the beta. If you do, then props to you, but I can't see it happening. And I'm sure there's going to be, if there's only 500 in the beta, I dread to think how many challenges there are actually going to be in the actual game, because if you know, I do go for quite a lot of challenges, like I did in Black Ops 2 where I got like 90% of the challenges done in Black Ops 2 on pubs before I started playing League play. So I don't think I'm going to get anywhere close to that percentage on this game if there's anywhere near to the amount of challenges I would presume are going to be in the full game. Another positive is that the matchmaking is really cool. It's sort of like you ready up with your teammates from World at War. You go like in a squad and you just team with them for a while. That's what seems to happen. Like if you play on the team, you stay on that team, and like random people from other teams join and try and better you. So that's really cool. Also, if you join a friend's session and you're on their team, then you stay on their team. You haven't got to back out and get yourself or your friend in to research your matchmaking. So that is really cool. That's a feature I think is a lot better than Call of Duty. And if they Activision and Treyarch should really look at this game and think, well, their matchmaking is really good. So yeah, that's pretty cool. The wall running is pretty cool. Like the gameplay in general is really cool. Like how you run up walls, how you can jump, how you turn invisible, all that shit is amazing. I really love these features, and I guess that is sort of what makes the game Titanfall, I guess, because like without these features it wouldn't really be much. It'd just be like a little bit worse and a little bit better than Halo, but with huge massive monsters. The CPU also, the thing that comes up in your top right hand corner every couple of seconds, I think that is really neat. Just having that guy there to tell you like there's a hard point here, or if you're kill whoring, it will actually tell you like kills aren't important, you need to capture the hard point. So it's actually really cool. It just keeps you on track of the gameplay, and hopefully people in public matches will listen to him more and actually capture the objectives. Like I wish they had that in Call of Duty to tell like people to stop fucking camping and get on a flag and stop being such a fag. But that's the positives. The negatives, there's not many. I thought of this for about half hour and there's only a few I could come up with. Obviously it's a beta as well, so obviously these can be improved by the full game, but it seems a bit frame ratey. Again, that's probably just because it's a beta, and that's probably not going to be that this frame ratey in the actual game. If you know what I mean, like the game will lag, but it won't be your connection, it will just be your screen that lags. It's really hard to explain, but anyone who plays a lot of Xbox or console games in general will understand what I'm talking about. The snipers also seem to suck. I know that's probably because I'm a really shit sniper in general, but it seems like they do have a little bit of auto aim, and I'm not the only one who shares this opinion. So it seems like the snipers need to be buffed a little bit, and also it's like a 2-shot kill, which I think it should be a 1-shot kill in the chest area, or at least like get you 1 shot. I don't know, the snipers seem to be really weak, and like they just seem to suck in general. Also, a really bad thing I don't like about this game is the little grey box that interrupts you. Like you saw right at the beginning of this game where it said reconnected to server. I hope they get rid of that. I'd rather just lag a little bit than have to completely stop what I'm doing to reconnect to a server, because by then I could die. At least if I'm lagging, I have sort of a chance to get away and know what I'm doing and not be taken out of the momentum. So hopefully they sort that out, because that is really frustrating. That's actually got me killed a couple of times because you will know my connection's fucking shit. The countdown time is too long in matchmaking. That's the only negative I can think about the matchmaking, is that you have to wait about 90 seconds to start your next game. Like no one needs 90 seconds to prepare their classes. Like we all complain that 45 seconds in Call of Duty is far too much. So 90 seconds is so excessive, and hopefully they tone that down a little bit. And the one final negative I have is the AIs. The AIs are fucking retarded, and I don't like them that much. They don't add to your kill count. Yeah, they give you XP and they reduce the countdown timer on your Titan, but I really hope they do get rid of that, or have a game mode where they're not included, because they're just fucking annoying. Like you'll see sometimes they just sit there, and other times they like take out your entire health. It's so dumb. Like I really don't like them. Or at least sort them out a little bit so they're harder to kill, and they're when you kill them they count towards your kill streak, or your your kill count. Because like now I find myself just ignoring them, trying to get actual kills on actual people, because I don't really see the point in killing bots. Like I don't take any pride from getting lots of kills on bots. Like that's not something that you can really brag about. So that's all the positive and negatives I can think about in about half hour of like trying to do this commentary. Another cool thing, just this gameplay has literally just reminded me, is that the epilogue, I think it's called. Yeah, the epilogue where you shoot down the helicopter or try to escape. That's really cool. It's a bit pointless. Hopefully it adds some purpose to it, like you get some extra, I know you get extra XP, but maybe like you don't get a loss if you're in a losing team or something. I think that'd be really cool, so you actually have an incentive to destroy it or get there. But do I think this is going to be a COD killer? The question I ask myself quite frequently, like when I play this beta, and frankly, no. It's a good game. I'll admit that it's probably going to be one of the better games on the Xbox One, and it's definitely the best game on Xbox One at the moment. But in terms of the gold killer, they've said no to competitive. They're not gonna be an esport Titanfall category, so I can't see it. Hopefully I'm wrong. I would love this game to do really well, and maybe Titanfall 2 or 3 would be good. Maybe that overtake COD, but I can't see Titanfall 1 just straight up taking the Call of Duty franchise. So that's my opinion. It's not going to be the COD killer, but that's all I have to say at the moment. I hope you've enjoyed the gameplay and the commentary. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, and if you have anything to comment on, comment obviously, and a favourite and share, whatever you want to do. But I hope you have a good day. Goodbye.